Hey you guys, welcome to Fem Fusion Fitness, the home of core and pelvic floor friendly fitness and yoga. And today I have my friend Sabina, who, as you can see, is expecting. So we are gonna do something new today. We're gonna do a pregnancy prenatal yoga class. Now, if you're not pregnant, you can still do this too. It's gonna be a very restorative, wonderful practice that anyone can enjoy. But if you are pregnant, please know that if you have any complications in your pregnancy, or you're a high-risk pregnancy, or if your baby's breech or you're expecting twins, please do speak to your doctor before beginning this or any other fitness or yoga routine. So for this practice, all we're going to need is a blanket. You may need a bolster or pillows, and you will likely need 2 yoga blocks. So please gather those supports, those props. It's really important to make yourself comfortable. And we're also gonna go nice and slow. So this theme of today's class is all about embracing the changes in our bodies and really finding what feels good in our bodies and just enjoying the sensations, okay? So we're gonna get started right away. We're gonna start with a meditation that's seated. So we're gonna begin actually sitting on the edge of a folded yoga blanket. So I happen to know that Sabina, this is plenty for Sabina, but you may, if you need more support or if you're tighter in the hips, you may wanna sit on the edge of something like a bolster or a cushion of some sort, but I know Sabina is fine with a folded blanket. So go ahead and get started on your seat. Comfortable cross-legged position, and we are going to begin with a brief meditation. So go ahead and ease into the moment here. We're going to begin sitting nice and tall. You're sitting square on your sit bones. Your chest is lifted, your spine is straight, the crown of your head lifts toward the ceiling. Eyes are closed or gaze is soft, however you like. I want you to slow down your breathing. Take a moment to roll your shoulders up and down your back. Consider putting one hand on your belly and the other hand on your heart. But if that's not comfortable for you, that's fine too. You can also leave your hands on your knees. Just do whatever is comfortable for you right now. And again, slow down that breathing into your belly and breathing out. Slowing it down. And we will begin with a very short meditation. Keep breathing. Breathe in, I am capable. Breathe out. Breathe in, I am strong. Breathe out. I was made to carry my baby. I was born to birth and to love my child. My body was masterfully created. I am in awe of my own power. I embrace this new season of my life. I look forward to this new chapter. I embrace the changes in my body. The changes are necessary and natural and so, so beautiful. I face the future with a calm mind, an open heart, and with a sense of ease. I am a woman. I am a mother. I embrace. One more deep breath in and out. then flutter your eyes open if they were closed. And we'll go ahead and warm up with some Sufi grinds here. So again, our theme for the day is, again, embrace, taking things slow, and just doing whatever feels good in your body. So I want you to always pay attention to your own comfort. We're gonna begin with big circles. So your hands can be on your knees for support. Sabina's gonna show you from the side and I'll show you from the front. So feel your sit bones staying on the ground or on the folded blanket beneath you. I want you to try to exhale on the way back and inhale on the way forward. Take it as slow as you need to. Inhaling on the way forward and exhaling on the way back. Go ahead and reverse directions, going the other way. So maybe you went 5 or 6 times one direction, now we're going 5 or 6 times the other direction. Try to be even between your two sides. And just enjoy the sensation of the little stretches in your side waist, in the muscles between your ribs. Breathe steadily. And let's wrap it up with one more in this second direction that you were going. One more. And sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna do the same thing with wide legs. So your legs can be out to the side. Yes, maybe you might want to place the floor right there. So legs are out to the side. You can sit on a blanket still or just on the ground, whatever's comfortable for you. Your knees can be slightly bent if you have tight hamstrings, which, let's face it, most of us do. And I want you to just begin. You can have your hands in front of you or to the sides. You can just do half circles, so just alternating to the right and then to the left, going back and forth to the right and to the left. Or you can do 4 to 5 full circles in one direction and then 4 to 5 in the other direction. So choose what you want to do. Again, we're just warming things up. So just moving to the right and the left or circling all the way around. Good, take it nice and slow and keep breathing. If anything ever feels like you need more support, like if you weren't sitting on a blanket and you feel that you need to, take the time to get that blanket and sit on it. Don't skip this part. It's really important to support yourself and to go slow and to only do what's comfortable. Try to keep your toes pointing up toward the ceiling and not let your toes turn inward. That's a common thing to happen. You want to keep your toes pointing up like Sabina is. It looks beautiful. If you were doing full circles, I hope you reversed. Let's go ahead and be sure you reverse your circle direction if you were doing the full trunk circles. Sabina, let's do one more time back and forth each direction. Keep breathing, whatever you were doing. And we're gonna move into cat and cow position. So for cat and cow, I'll have you face this way, Sabina, to the side. We're gonna be on our hands and knees. We'll face each other. Be on our hands and knees. And you are going to make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Make sure your feet are pointing straight toward the back of the room. You're gonna inhale, look forward, and then exhale. Tuck your tail under and round your back. Keep going. Inhale, looking forward. And then exhale, tuck your tail, pull baby up toward your spine. Inhale, look forward, and go at your own breathing pace. So whatever is natural for you, that's what you want to coordinate the movement with your own breath. So it may be slower than this, maybe a little bit faster, just do what feels natural to you. So one more time, cat pose and cow pose. Good, and we're gonna move into puppy pose. So you're gonna walk your hands forward, Sabina. Hips are over your knees. and you are relaxing and releasing. So it's not sitting all the way back in child's pose. Your hips actually stay over your knees and your hands will probably have to walk forward. Beautiful. This is a great pose for really widening the sitting bones apart, feeling that stretch in the hips and also your pelvic floor. It's a nice opening position for the pelvic floor area. Now, if this feels like too much of a strain on your back, is it okay for you, Sabina?
Yeah.
Okay. If you need more support, you can definitely put a block under your forehead. Do you need that or not?
We can try to put
Yeah. So you can put a block under your forehead or a cushion or pillow that might feel more supportive. You want to feel that nice opening in your shoulders and again the pelvic floor and the hips. Just take another couple of deep breaths. Beautiful. One more inhale and exhale. And this time, come up onto your hands and knees. We'll remove that block and we're going to come into thread the needle. I happen to know that this is one of Sabina's favorite stretches. You are going to bring one hand, we're going to do both sides, so it doesn't matter which side. One hand underneath the other hand, the other arm, and thread that needle. So you're threading the hand underneath your opposite arm and your ear can essentially be touching the ground. If you can make it there. Now you can always have a block under your head or a pillow under your head if that's too much of a stretch for you. Does it feel okay?
That's great.
Yeah. Okay. So breathe deeply and again, don't be afraid to go grab a pillow or a cushion or a block and place it under your head if you need that support. Perfect. We'll do the other side. So come on up and inhale and then exhale. Thread the needle through the other side. Beautiful. And if you used a pillow or block under your head on the other side, probably want to do the same thing on this side. So let's take a couple, maybe 3 more deep breaths in this position, Sabina. We want to take our time and really feel that beautiful stretch along the back of the spine, back of the shoulders. Go ahead and take this last in and out, and then come on up onto your hands and knees. We're going to come into side planks now. So side planks are a strengthener. Now, we don't want to do too much crazy, hardcore strengthening when we're pregnant. This is not the time. But some very basic strengthening moves for your core can really help with back pain issues and can help you prepare for a nice, successful, easy labor and delivery. So in this position, I want you to have your knees bent. The knees are slightly in front of the hips. It's perfect. Elbow directly under the shoulder. And Sabina's going to engage her core muscles and on the exhale, lift up. Perfect. And then come on down. So go with your breathing pattern. You want to exhale on the way up 5 times. Beautiful. And down. So we have 3 more times on this side. So up and down. Looks really nice. I will have you bring your elbow a little more underneath your shoulder, so a little bit that way. Yeah, you want to keep your elbow under your shoulder for shoulder health issues. Remember to coordinate the movement with your breath. So exhale on the way up, and then inhale down. Good. When you're done with your 5, sit up, and we're going to move on to the other side. Good, so we'll just kind of maneuver ourselves around. Very nice. So remember, elbow directly under the shoulder, the knees are bent, and the knees can be in front of the hips. It's fine. And we're going to engage the core muscles, exhale on the way up, and then come on down. 5 reps, nice and slow. Take your time with it. And again, I'm going to keep reminding you, if anything is ever uncomfortable or your body's telling you, stop, don't do this, then listen to your body. It's very important. Pregnancy is not the time to push yourself to extremes. So, Sabina, you look beautiful, my friend.
I'm warming up.
You're just getting started. You look so good. Good. All right, so now we're gonna move into downward facing dog. So from here, come onto your hands and knees, and then you're going to make sure your hands are nice and wide, your arms are nice and wide, your fingers are spread like starfish, tuck your toes under, and lift up into downward facing dog. Yes, nice job, beautiful. So for this position, you look absolutely wonderful. You wanna think about this nice straight line, and your tailbone and your sitting bones are reaching up toward the ceiling. Now, if you need to, if you have tight hamstrings, you can absolutely bend your knees. They do not have to be straight. This looks so good. Let's take 2 more deep breaths in this position. So 2 more nice deep breaths. Stretching out the backs of the legs. Again, your knees can be bent. And then to come out of down dog, I want you to step one leg wide, there you go, and then the other leg wide to the side, and then walk your hands up your thighs. So walk your hands up your thighs, yes. Good job, it looks wonderful. Roll out your shoulders, and just circle out your hips a couple of times. You couldn't get away from me without doing a couple of hip circles, Sabina.
I do them all the time now.
They're so fun, aren't they?
I feel so good when you're pregnant.
I know. And then go the other way. So if we're circling one way, circle the other way. And we're gonna move into a very brief standing sequence here. You're gonna do warrior 2 to start with. So for warrior, we wanna have it'll be our right foot. Our right foot is gonna be on the line. Actually, let's face that way, yeah. Right foot facing to the side, and then left foot is on the line so that the heel of the front foot is in line with the arch of the back foot. Perfect. That's why I use the line. I think it's so helpful to really know, that your alignment is right on. So you want to bend the front knee deeply. Arms out to the sides. Beautiful. So press down through the outer heel and the outer side of this left foot, pressing down through this straight leg and sinking into that front knee. You want to make sure that your front knee is pointing straight forward and that your knee is over your ankle. Beautiful. One more deep breath in and out. And then we'll straighten that front leg, straighten the front knee, and backhand down on your thigh, reverse triangle. So just reach that hand up toward the ceiling and look up toward it. And now come with your hands straight, parallel to the ground, and shorten your stance just a little bit by bringing that back foot in, but the same foot position, you're just bringing that back foot in a tiny bit. Now in this position, we're gonna do a little hip dance to get ready for triangle pose. So I want you to think about tipping your hips. So you're just kind of doing a little tick-tock motion with your hips here, just back and forth from the left to the right with your hips. Really what you're doing is you're deepening the front hip crease, deepen it, and just kind of getting the hip joints moving and grooving and preparing for our triangle pose. Now, you will probably want blocks handy for a triangle. So Sabina, yeah, there you go, perfect. Put it to the outside of your front foot and do another hip dance, a little tick-tock with your hips, and then hold it with that deep hip crease in the front, and then reach your right arm out to the right and then tip down into your triangle. Now, your front knee can be slightly bent if it's too much. It doesn't have to be super straight, but I want you to try to make that back leg straight, reaching through the outer side of the foot, feeling that nice stretch along the waist, both side waists, and see about maybe wrapping your right sit bone underneath you a little bit so you're really keeping your pelvis kind of over the line and then looking up toward your hand or just looking straight in front of you. When you're pregnant, your balance changes, and so I don't want you to be tipping over. If this is too much for you, you can absolutely have your hand on your thigh, your upper thigh, instead of the block. So choose what you want to do there. This is plan B with your knee bent, your hand on your thigh, or you can have your front leg straight, or you can have your hand on the block, or all the way down, okay? So come back, straighten your feet, And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, starting with warrior 2. So widen your stance a little bit. Same foot position. We're gonna begin with warrior 2. Bend into that front knee, which is now my left knee, our left knee. We wanna make sure that that knee is over the ankle. So Sabina, I think you'll need to widen your stance a little bit. There you go. So she's making sure that her knee is pointed straight forward. The knee is over the ankle. Still might need to widen the stance just a tiny bit. Perfect, perfect. Arms are straight. That looks so good. Doesn't she look like a beautiful warrior goddess? Super strong. It's amazing. One more deep breath in and out. And then straighten the front knee and reverse triangle. So we have a triangle with our legs and we're reversing that. And now hands parallel to the ground, arms parallel. Shorten your stance by bringing your back foot in a little bit, but keeping that back foot facing forward. We're gonna do our triangle dance with our hips. So tick-tock with the hips to the right and the left. Breathing. What we're really doing again is just deepening this front hip crease. Working on deepening it. Boom, right there. Yes, and then hold this next one. Hold it, reach out to the side, and then come down into your triangle. Again, full triangle is gonna be down like this or on the block, but you can absolutely have that front leg bent a little bit. You can also have your thigh on, your hand on your thigh if you'd like. This is a very personal pose. Not everyone likes this pose. I know Sabina thought it felt really nice on her body though, so that's why I wanted to include that in the routine. So it looks really nice. Does it feel good to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So one more deep breath in this pose. We don't want to hold it for too long. And then you're gonna come up when you're ready, Sabina. Very nice. Straighten your feet forward. And then bring your heels in, toes out. Okay, goddess pose. So hands on your hips. You're gonna press your knees out to the sides. Press them back and out. If that feels like your feet are too close, you may need to widen them a little bit. Does that feel good, or does it feel good?
That's good.
Perfect. So hands are on your hips. I want you to just hold this for a moment, lifting through your chest, lifting through the crown of your head. And we're gonna do a couple little squats, okay? So it's gonna look like this, down and up, very slow and gentle. So down and up. One more time, down and up. And up. Okay, take a little break right here. Don't move your feet. We're gonna do the same squats, but we're gonna add some arms, okay? So, same exact thing. Hopefully it felt comfortable with your knees. Make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes when you squat and they're not coming in, okay? So same little squats. We're gonna go down, bringing energy up from the earth and pulling it in. Now we're gonna go down. Bring your arms up though. Energy coming up from the spirit, the sky, and pulling it in. Now go down with our squat, pushing that energy and that love out to the world and up, bringing it back in. Should we do it one more time?
Love it.
Love it. Okay, so down, energy up from the earth, bringing it back in. Down, come up with your arms and pull that energy back in. Down, press that energy out and pull that love back in. Beautiful. Now heel toe the feet in just a little bit. You want your feet wider than shoulder distance apart. Your toes can turn out to the side. We're gonna come into a deep yogic squat. So if you know you can do this, just come right into it. Sabina, I know you can do this, so go ahead and go right into it. I will walk you through if you need some help. I'll show you from the side. You can always have a block or a bolster behind you. You can have a chair in front of you. You want to come down and you want your spine to be nice and long and straight, not dumped like this. So you want to be lifted through your chest. You want your inner arches to be lifted as much as you can. Try not to make your feet fall in. Lift and then press out with your arms, just like Sabina is showing. You can always be up on your tiptoes if that's where you're at, that is fine. Take 2 more deep breaths, nice and slow in this position. Nice and slow. 1 more deep breath in and out. And then we are going to carefully sit down on our bum. So you might want to put your hands in front of you and then come sit on your bum. Okay, we're going to go into a staggered leg open twist. So bring your left leg out to the side bent, and your right leg is, yes, you've got it. Your legs are staggered. I'm going to show you from the front. I kind of feel like a mermaid when I'm doing this. So Sabina, sit up nice and tall on the inhale, and then on the exhale, twist toward that front bent leg. So for me, it's twisting toward the right. And just stay here for 3 nice deep breaths. Go ahead and stay there, Sabina, and show everyone what that looks like. I want to explain quickly while she's there for 3 or 4 breaths that you don't, when you're pregnant, you can do an open twist like this, but you want to avoid twists that really compress and close off where your baby should be. You don't want to do a closed twist. An open twist like this is okay as long as it's comfortable for you. So go ahead and switch sides. So you're just going to switch the position of your legs. So now for us, we're going to be twisting toward the left. For you, it might be the other way, but just twist the opposite direction. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. See, there's still plenty of space for baby. Here, this is an open twist. Every time you inhale, you lengthen your spine. And every time you exhale, you might twist a little bit deeper or just stay right where you are. All right, last deep breath. Now feet are out in front of you, and we are going to bring your feet out in front of you, your hands behind you with your fingers facing forward. Good job. Lift your bum off the ground and scoot it forward about 4 or 5 inches. Nice. Feel your spine lengthening and your chest lifting and your elbows pointing toward the back of the room. So try not to let your elbows wing out to the sides. We're pressing our elbows back. So let me just go over, you're perfect, Sabina, stay right where you are. If you didn't get that, what we were doing was shifting our hips forward and then lifting the heart. Maybe your head looks up toward the ceiling, or it can look straight ahead if that's not comfortable for you. Keep your heart lifted, your shoulders down away from your ears, and your elbows pointing toward the back of the room. Okay, come on out. Soles of the feet together, we're gonna move into butterfly. So soles of the feet together, and you're gonna sit up nice and tall, and then Sabina, show us your butterfly rocks. So for butterfly rocks, you're gonna sit up nice and tall, and then you're gonna round. I like to inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, round. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, round. Take your time with this, go with your own breathing pattern. Whatever feels good for you is what I want you to do. We're gonna do about 4 or 5 more butterfly rocks. It should feel really good. If it feels uncomfortable on your sitting bones, you could always do this on a folded blanket if you want some more cushioning. This is actually our last pose. This is the very last movement-based thing we're gonna do. Next is moving into a beautiful, supported Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. So go ahead and finish up here. And I'm gonna get the props set up for Sabina. I highly recommend using props for this. You need to have props for this. You can absolutely, if you don't have yoga blocks, you can use cushions and prop them up like so, but what you want to do is have a block this shortest height, the long way, along where the spine, the lower part of the spine is, and then this is going to be for the head. Now the blocks that I have are cork and they're a little bit hard, and so I'm just going to pad this up with a blanket for Sabina Now it's nice that I'm here. Of course, it's nice to have a helper. If you don't have a helper though, just try to kind of judge it and then lay back carefully. But see how lovely this is. Sabina, can you show the Baddha Konasana, the bound ankle legs? And so there's two options. One is the butterfly legs. Perfect. This is an option. You can also have blocks supporting under your knees if you want, or pillows supporting under your knees. Or you can do what you just did. Have your legs flat out in front of you. Feel how this opens your chest, opens your heart. Do you feel supported?
I feel amazing.
Good. Stay right where you are. Stay right where you are. Find your comfortable position and then just breathe. Now, if you are uncomfortable, this position is not flat on your back, so it should be fine for you. But if it feels uncomfortable and you want to lie on your side instead, that's okay. But as you see, Sabina is quite far along in her pregnancy and she feels comfortable in this position for about 2 to 3 minutes, which is how long we're going to be here. But you do what's best for your body. So you can always lie on your side, but please take a few moments, another minute or so with me not talking at all, and just breathe. One more deep breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then carefully roll to your side. You'll have to be careful if you were on the blocks, bending up your knees, coming to the side. Good. And come on up to sit when you're ready. We're going to end with our hands on our baby. A little bit of a blessing to the baby. Your sweet little love for being with you through this. Hands at your heart, a big blessing to yourself for being here, for taking part in this practice. And namaste. Hands at your forehead, hands at your heart, and a small bow. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish you all the best in your pregnancy. I hope you'll come back and do this video with us often. And remember to embrace this journey. It's a beautiful, beautiful time in your life, and I'm excited for you. So, thanks again for watching, and as always, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. Bye.